Several years ago, a person told me that in any profession that you find yourself taking a liking to or otherwise appreciating, there will be some component of it that you will not like. Um, Now, it's been no secret that my main intake uh, presently has to do with all things political. And I find this focus to be enjoyable because um, it's really pushed me to know more about history as well as laws and various ways that things were, made to be that the way they are. But I would say that as it relates to his phrase, the part I dislike um, more than anything else involved um, is the community involved with it. For lack of a more wanting term, I'm going to explain what I mean by that. So I mentioned yesterday the 717 billion that the Senate and House approved for the military budget, and how this money could have been used for domestic programs. And I know whenever I talk about that, a lot of people who hear it will say, "Yeah, I agree. This is a misuse of funds. It should be a scandal. They stole this money." Well, they didn't steal it. They allocated it towards something else at a time when half the population can afford $1,000 emergency. Um, when half of us are poor in the U.S. So I know that, or at least that's something that I can tell a sizable chunk of people and they'll consent to this idea. But my least favorite thing comes from the fact that when you speak about concepts that are not frequently on television, such as net neutrality, such as both sides having some donors that play a hand in their positions on issues, it becomes a chore to go up to individuals that you've never encountered before, and even sometimes ones that you have, because you're always trying to figure out what they think of these issues, so you don't offend them to the point of not wanting to keep that dialogue going. And a lot of times, it seems that you find yourself disillusioned, as I became earlier today when I was doing the tweets about this 717 billion, because you think that people who are affected by this aren't paying attention to it. And you want to believe that, if you just, knock on enough doors, call enough numbers, you know, write enough stuff in comment sections, people will pay attention. But ever so often you get that feeling in the back of your head that it's just a waste of time. Um, trying to bring anyone else into the fold of this. So that really is my least favorite part of it. I enjoy speaking to people who want to hear out what I have to say, um, and actually talk about something and give credence to facts and things that they can prove as opposed to emotions. But ever so often, the worst part, without a doubt, is that continuous drive to be reluctant in reaching out as a result of people not wanting to hear what you have to say or refuting what you have to say, even in the presence of proof.